Hello there, and welcome to Subnautica Bingo. This is something a bit different. I'm just wanting to show a bit about how to plan out a bingo, or how I plan the bingo anyway, in advance of doing this one for this week. So first I've got the big grid, obviously, that I've brought up to be able to look through all of the options. We've got the fives are the interior pieces, one of every craftable resource, reactor rods, ion batteries, and building the Cyclops. Of these, I don't like that one and I don't like that one, so I'm going to eliminate those pretty quickly. There's a few things that stand out to me immediately. One is that building a moon pool combos really well with the interior pieces because you have to build the upgrade console and that has to live inside of a moon pool. Building 4 trash cans is super easy, and building all of the multi-purpose rooms and the moon pool gives you plenty of room to put them in. Collecting all 5 cuttlefish eggs. The 5 cuttlefish eggs are in the northeast mushroom forest, the northwest mushroom forest, the dunes, the Lost River lab cache, and the Legacy base. The Legacy base in particular is really good because it gives you the alien containment and also the multi-purpose room. So that's quite handy. It's also on the way to the Lost River lab cache and gives you the orange tablet in order to get inside it, so that's handy. And for the interior pieces you also need the bulkhead, which is on the island, the floating island. You need to get there. It's right above the Legacy base, so that kind of works. Other things that stand out, you've got hatch and release a cuttlefish, which also combos well with this because you need to make the alien containment facility. Get base power to 750, you have to make both the bioreactor and the nuclear reactor, so that's actually not a bad combo. Awkward, however, is the disease research facility. You have to get halfway into the Lost River. It's just awkward, it's just a one-way trip. And there's no need to build the mobile vehicle bay in this row, or in this column. So normally you'd use that to clip out of bounds. It's not a huge investment to grab that. You're going a lot of places where you could get the blueprint for that, but it's just a bit of a hassle. You're already having to mainline the cuttlefish. You're then having to wait. You've kind of got 2 timers because you've got to build things. If you want to use the nuclear, then you have to also build a reactor rod, which means getting more resources. You then have to wait for it to actually get to 750 base power. The easiest way to get that is actually just to build a ton of solar panels. You just build 10 solar panels, and you do that very early. But you don't want to do that and also have to hatch a cuttlefish. So I'm not hugely enthusiastic about that one. Row 3, you've got lead, which you also use for the Cyclops, you also use for the Seamoth, which you have to build there. Building 2 vehicles means you've got double the reason to get a mobile vehicle bay. You can also clip out of bounds to get to the bulb zone portal, because otherwise it's annoying to get to. The charges is a bit annoying, and I generally avoid the Cyclops objective if I can, just because I hate getting the teeth for it. You need 3 teeth just for that, so that's really annoying. What else have we got here? There's not too many others that really stand out. Column 5, fixing the Aurora, and 5 different posters, because the Aurora is where you get a lot of posters, so there's that. But once you're in the drive bay, you can despawn the drive bay, and that makes the easiest way to fix it. And then you can jump into the living quarters from there as normal. But that, in conjunction with collecting all the 5 cuttlefish eggs, you're already going a lot of places for that. You don't really want to go to the other places as well. You're not having to go anywhere as such for the Cyclops pieces. You can get a lot of them behind the Aurora, so column 5 is a potential. Life pod 4 is by the Aurora, which is a bit out of the way for a lot of things. But like for row 1, for example, you can swing by there on your way to getting the northeastern cuttlefish egg, so there's that. There's also a trash can, I think, to scan on one of the Shallows wrecks on the way there as well. So that's kind of combining a few things. And there's actually a lot of pretty decent options here. Building prawn suit jump jet upgrade kind of works with column 3 because you need to build an upgrade console, which means you're building a moon pool anyway. But the reactor rods kind of puts me off that. What else have we? Plant-related habitat craftables is quite an easy one. That with the 5 different posters is kind of fun. But I'm not a fan of the craftable resources. Column 4 has you going far too many different places for my liking, and having to build a sea moth. The defense system, which means you need to build an upgrade console. There's no other reason to build that in here. And there's the ion batteries. You are at least getting a mobile vehicle bay for clipping out of bounds down to the thermal plant to get the ion battery blueprint, so that's not so bad. That in conjunction with the oh no, you can't do it in conjunction with that. Conjunction with the filling in thing with ion cubes is kind of handy. That with the disease research facility log is actually really good if you get those in conjunction. Any time that you're needing to go to the thermal plant, you can clip out of bounds and go past the research facility on the way there, which is quite handy. So yeah, there's a lot of pretty good options. My personal favourite out of what we've gone through here so far is I'm a fan of the Cuttlefish Eggs and LifePod 4 on the way to a Cuttlefish Egg, and getting a trash can on the way there, and having just building the 7 interior pieces and building a moon pool as part of that. So I think I'm going to go with row 1 off the bat. If that doesn't work out too well, we've got other options. So having selected column 1, we can then swap out that for that. A lot less colourful, but you know, a lot more condensed. So the next thing you will notice is I have Notepad open. This is where I put my notes. So we've got a few random things. This here, for example, is the all craftable resources for Subnautica and all of their recipes, all of their requirements rather. This is the optimal base layout for one of the things, the evil lab I think it is. And this is the starting resources for below 0, so that I don't forget them in future if I do another below 0 run. So what we're going to go through here is the basics of starting an original Subnautica run. So usually aim to get, what is it, I think 10 copper and 11 quartz. That's excluding the scanner. The copper for that is always just dealt with. We don't need to build any extra batteries or anything, so that's quite nice. We don't need the extra acid mushrooms. We need a lot of metal. If we just think about how much metal we need, you need we need to scan a vehicle for this. That does make it a bit awkward, because you need to scan a vehicle to get plasteel for the nuclear plant to be able to build that. The easiest one to do for that is if you do have an Aurora objective. Otherwise there's the Seamoth, but it's not as reliable. You can generally get it around the LifePod 6 rank, so we would do that, I think. But we need 2 ingots, I think. No, 1 ingot. Yeah, we just need a lot of loose metal for this. We just need 1 ingot. So that's 1 ingot, and that goes to plasteel. Plasteel means we need 2 lithium. We also need 1 gel, 1 ruby in terms of kind of advanced components. I don't think we need any diamonds for this assortment of things. Oh, we need 3 ingots, of course, because moonpool. So yeah, so 3 ingots, and 1 of which is a plasteel. Cool. A lot of loose metal. You need 3 multi-purpose rooms, because you need 1 for the bioreactor, 1 for the nuclear reactor, 1 for the alien containment, because they all sit centrally, and then you can put the water station on any of those. You also need a ladder to connect a couple of those together. So 3 multi-purpose rooms is 18 titanium, so that's quite a lot off the bat. 20 for the 2 for the ladder, 22 for the alien containment, 20 3, I think. I think you only need 1 for the bulkhead, so that's 23, plus 3 for the upgrade console is 26. You also need 3 for the bioreactor, so that's 29. I can't remember how many you need for the filtration station. You need a little good 30 or so, so let's go like 32 metal, but that's 62 if you include the amount for the ingots. We need a lot of metal for this one. That's a big downside to this one actually, is we can do a lot of collection. What does that make out to be? We also need a lot of extra copper. This is just the starting copper. Setup, base, flood, dupe base, because we need a bunch of glass. We need a total of 5, 6, 7 glass. So 7 glass. So that's 4 dupe. I'll work that out on the fly. I prefer to set up a dupe base to do that. It does mean we can actually dupe metal if we need to. It's just a bit slow. You can duplicate the multi-purpose room for bonus metal on that one. Might be worth doing. Not sure. We might do a couple of runs and figure that out, whether or not we feel that we need that. Oh, we need the 4 trash cans too, so yeah, we need a lot of metal. Yeah, that's a lot of metal. It adds up quickly when you think about it. Well, 60 would be 15 salvage. So we need about 15 salvage or so. 15 salvage, we'll say. We're going to get a lot of loose metal just by picking up a lot of extra copper, because we need... label them with signs. So 4 trash cans with 4 signs is 4 copper wire, so that's 8 copper right there. So that's just 8 for now. We then need an advanced wiring kit for a nuclear reactor. So that takes 2 more copper wire. What we probably want to do is build the trash cans, build the signs, and then deconstruct them, rather than finding too much copper. So the 8 copper will probably see us right for that. We also need copper wire for the filtration plant and also the upgrade console, but they need to live simultaneously. So we're probably going to need 10 copper, 5 wire. At the very least, we're going to need 1 computer chip for the upgrade console that has to live in isolation. We also need a 2nd for the advanced wiring kit for the nuclear reactor. So that's 4 table coral, 4 table coral, 2 chip. So that also means we need a certain amount of gold. Gold, we need 1 per chip, so that's 2 immediately, 2 extra for the advanced wiring kit, so that's 4, 5 for the 2nd fabricator. I don't think we need gold for anything else, so that's 5 gold. Silver, we need 2 for the wiring kit for the advanced wiring kit. We need 2 more for the wiring kit for the bioreactor. So that's 4. We need 2 for the rebreather, plus 1 for the tank. So that is 7 silver. It's kind of 6 after the first 8, I guess. So maybe we just say 6, but whatever. We'll stick it to that. 2 kits. No, 3 kits, isn't it? Rebreather is one of those things that you kind of take for granted, but it's technically an additional resource after the first lot. So it's good to note it down separately, so you don't forget, as I've done before. Most of my learnings has come from things that I've done before. We need 1 lubricant for the bioreactor. We need an extra rubber for the bulkhead, but we always have 1 left over anyway. I think we only need 1 for that. I think that might be it. So I think we just need the 1 extra seed after the first one. Maybe 2. I don't think we need to be safe. I think we just do one. One seed, lube. Leave it at that. Gel and ruby is an aerogel. I shouldn't need to spell that one out for myself. That's for the filtration station. You need to make sure that we make last, because otherwise it eats all your power. So after making the base, dupe base, 7 glass can actually go. Oops. 7 glass. Then we need these, because that's our next, kind of our next step, essentially. Do that like so. So that's after we do dupe base, we then grab the table coral, and then we go to the geyser and such to try and get some of these. Hopefully pick up one of them on the way. Hopefully pick up a bunch of metal on the way as well. As much as we can, that's for sure. Okay. The first place to go after that. We don't need to go to the jelly shroom cave as such, necessarily. Though it is a more convenient way of getting the filtration station, otherwise we have to go all the way to the bulb zone, far bulb zone rack. We'd rather not do that, so we'll go life 6 rack. Seamoth. Bioreactor. I think that's all we need from there in particular. Lifepod 4. PDA. We can actually star that one because that's an objective. We can just die in the radiation at that point, to be honest, if we really wanted to. But otherwise, I think we want to head to the mountains from there. Simply to, that's the easiest way to get the nuclear plant. From either of the wrecks there, either the normal one or the backup one. From there, I think it's pretty much 50-50, but we can get the Cuttlefish Egg on the way there, so any mushroom egg. We could also theoretically get like the gel sac, ruby, and lithium on that egg. Not sure about that one though. We can get the 2 lithium at the very least. 2 lithium. That means we want to save our inventory. No, we can use remote storage on that. So, how much metal salvage can we pick up on the way? We can probably get 6 or so. 6 salvage. We'll put that on the wreck one there, 6 salvage. Mushroom egg, 2 lithium. I don't think I care about the others. Mountain, nuclear reactor. If we go to the main wreck, then we can also grab the data box for the alien containment if we want, but it's so quick to scan when we're down in the Legacy base anyway. And then Death Warp. Mabel, question mark. That's the quickest way. If we've taken enough radiation damage from going to Lifepod 4 and back and out, then that should happen pretty quickly. We can pick up a first aid kit from Lifepod 4 to make sure that we survive. So that's handy. Second trip, I think, would be Jelly Shroom Caves for the water machine, filtration I guess. Filtration and the multi-purpose room itself. Since we're there, we could theoretically get the 2 lithium there instead, but it's more annoying, really. It can be very sparsely spread out, which is just, yeah, very irritating. I cut the, oops, I cut out the stuff from earlier, didn't I? The ruby and gel sac. So 1 gel sac, 1 ruby. So this is deep Legacy. At that point, I'm not sure the best way to go about that, because then we've got to go to the dunes as well. You can get the ruby from the dunes too if we really wanted to. Dunno. From here we can probably get another, like, 6 salvage. On the way there. Do remote storage. Deep Digacy. I think from there we almost actually want to, we can grab the tablet, but I think we then want to actually get egg tablet. Instead of going through from there, I think we do that in a separate leg. I think from there we then go floating island bulkhead, because we need to go there at some point, and that's when we're closest to it. And unless you want to make a propulsion cannon to regain Super Sea Glide, then you're always going to lose it when you jump aboard there. You could get it from the Lifebot 6 wreck. Maybe it'll be worth it. It seems a lot to make just for that, but I don't know. Micro efficiency could be worth it. That would be something to try separately if we feel this is going too slow, I guess. So from there, I think at that point we Death Warp again, get Super Sea Glide back. Where should we have got Moonpool? Moonpool we could get from here. Moonpool backup is from the Grand Reef Wreck. Because that's kind of important. Oh, we need the upgrade console. That's from Lifepod 6 Wreck. Or we could get it from the Sparse Reef otherwise, but I don't think we want to go to the Sparse Reef itself. There's no need to. We'll kind of be going past it, but we don't need thermal plant. What else do we need? I think it's pretty good. So at some point, so now that we've scanned the multi-purpose and a moon pool, hopefully completely, set up bases for interior pieces, and now we do trash cans, signs, and that's that particular one done. And then we can deconstruct the signs, make chips, advanced wiring. Space this out a little bit more. Then we want to head to set up base for interior pieces, build Moonpool. So that's an objective. So that tries to remind me to mark it off. Next thing to do is BK Trench, Lost River Cache, Egg, Dunes Egg. Oh, we need the Mushroom Forest Egg too, don't we? Maybe we do that in reverse order. Yeah, because it's easier to die at the Lost River anyway. Northwest Mushroom Egg. Lost River Cache Egg. That's the 5th one as well, so I guess we mark that off at that point. Don't need to collect them in any particular place, you just have to have them in your possession and retain them, essentially. We could get more salvage if we needed to at that point as well, probably. Do you find salvage in the dunes? I think you kinda do, but you can definitely find it on the way to the mushroom. Yeah, so we go like 4 salvage. At that point, we don't need that many to be honest, but you can kind of pick up some from the last lot. And then it'll just be to build the rest of the interior pieces, isn't it? Craft interior pieces. That's basically it. And that's your run. Save that. And now it comes to put that into effect, essentially. So now we start the run. Cool. First we remove the notepad from the view. We load up our splits because that's useful. We change our layout and splits that we currently have loaded away from Euro Truck Simulator and put them onto Subnautica Bingo. Layout for that is just default. There we go. You can associate layouts with specific splits now, which is nice. I should do that. What are we comparing against here? Least segments, apparently. I usually do average. Oh, we want small, not default, I think, don't we? Oop. Nope, that's the wrong side. No, it is default. I don't remember the ones in the middle. Apparently our average segment for the last bingo split is 50 seconds. That's kind of amusing. Fine. Whatever. Save layout. Cool. Yeah, sure. Let's just get moving now. So, actually, what version am I on? I'm on latest patch. That's probably fine. Sure, I don't think we care too much about which one it is. We're on current version, that's fine. Start a new game and survival, I guess. And wait until we load. See how long it takes us to get a good spawn, I guess. Immediately, apparently. Well, kind of. This is a bit of an awkward one. Just because of the distances involved. Just to get down here. We at least got those. I can also grab this over here. There's actually one to my left. Whatever. Well, now we have two. And that's nice because it means we can make an extra battery. We only need 6 of those. Cool. Well, that's off to a good start. I forgot to start my splits. Well, I guess they're useless. We may as well just hide those, I guess. Because I feel this is going pretty well, so I don't really want to restart right now. I'm going to have to anyway, when inevitably there's no sea glides, so that's fine. Do that, do that. Okay. Let's go get no sea glides, huh? And we'll see how we go. I realize what it is. It's because I forgot to change the hotkey because I was doing Truck Simulator and I don't use my thumb mouse for that. Because I'm using a controller, so I use the numpad plus button. That's fine. We'll just make them disappear. Cool. Or we're probably just going to actually mess up the next bit because I don't practice this properly. And that is the reverse strategy for this opening segment. So we've got copper. I want to grab a couple of these. Got to remember what I actually need for this run as well. It's been a while. I need, by bare minimum, I need 3 copper. Actually, I got an extra battery, so 2 copper. Some extra sandstone. 2 copper. And I probably just want to swim back, actually, rather than doing the death strat, because it's actually not that far. Here's my 2 copper. Now I want 4 or 5 quartz. It's not that far away. It's going to take me longer to drown at this point. You know what? Let's just swim back. So we can just swim on the top of the water anyway. That's fine. Means we still have the chance to make the splits go away. Never mind. I mean, I could also just start the splits at this point and we can just, yeah, add like 2 minutes. Sure. We'll figure out what it's like when we can. I think we had like 3 minutes. 2.5, maybe 2.5. Rubber. A lot of titanium, so I don't actually want to make that. That and the copper wire, so we got 5. 5 and 4. We already have the oxygen tank. 5 and 4. Oh, it's so good being able to do the whatchamacallit. I'm just going to do that because I didn't die like I normally do. Okay, we could just go to the geyser, to be honest, because we don't need too much sandstone anyway, but we'll just keep it normal. So we're at 5 and 4. 5 and 5, 6. 6, 6. 6, 7. 7, 7. 8, 7. 8, 8. 8, 9. Sure, we'll grab you too. Of course, current patch. 8, 9. 8, 10. 9, 10, 10, 10. 10, 11. There we go. 10, 11. Got the words out. I think that's pretty much all we need of those. Cool. Back we go. We don't even need much more of this stuff, though I may as well pick up more until I'm full. Sure. So we need a lot more copper later. You know there's a fair bit in that coral tube for later if we really need it. Okay, what have I forgot? That's what I'm going to be paranoid about a lot of this. We need to make another copper wire. Computer chip and wiring kit. I don't think I need anything else of that. Do that. And I was supposed to be getting stuff out of here. Or I guess doing... excuse me. Do this. We'll go over to the normal spot over here just because it's the easiest place to build a base, really. There we go. Is that right? I don't even know anymore. Pull the hatch. And get some solar panels going. I'll make 2 anyway. I don't know if I need to, but I'm fairly sure I got the resources for it. Because that's just the default, pretty much. So just do that. Grab a few more of these because I'm fairly paranoid about whether or not it'll actually flood. Fabricator, take stuff out of my inventory here. Set that crafting, get out of here, and do... I was supposed to drop more mushrooms, but I didn't. Which is why it probably hasn't flooded. No. Bugger. I was supposed to drop all of these. Oh, one even went inside. There you go. Now it flooded. Get rid of all of them. Okay. Place down that, place down a locker. And then do their storage. And set up a dupe base. Nothing else for the glass. And in case we want it for later for just a little bit of metal as well. It's kind of handy sometimes. Glass compartment, window. Yeah. Glass compartment. I keep meaning to find a better, more consistent way for the glass compartments, though this is working. 6, 7. Down we come. We need 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3. When it finally decides to pick it up. 4. Okay, and down here we want to grab... I don't think I wanted to grab that. Just reflex. Not a very good one either. So that's 1 extra gold, which is nice. We need a lot of copper. 2 good copper. 2 out of the 10 that we established that we wanted. 3. I want to come up here. I think we just dump things. Oh yeah, we're full anyway. Dump all of these back in there. We actually want to keep 1 each of those. So we're at 3 copper, I think. I wasn't actually watching what I did. 4. 4 and 1 gold. 4 and 2 gold. 5, 6, 6 and 3, 6 and 3. And may as well grab these two now that we'll need later. So 6 and 3, we now turn this on. We don't want to get too close to that. 6 and 3, 7 and 3.
30 seconds.
7 and 4, 8 and 4, 9 and 4. Probably don't actually need this one necessarily. Excuse me. Ah, here it is. 9 and 4. So we just need one each. Just gonna top up on oxygen here. Inventory full. Let's dump all of this lead. 5. Dump that lead too. Just need 2 more copper now, which I honestly can probably get on the way back. One of those. Let's just go up. Also want another creepvine seed if we can fit it in. You know what? Let's just do that and we'll get the other copper another time. Okay. Where am I? There. So, first thing is the fiber mesh because it gets a ton of stuff out of your inventory. And then we need that lubricant to pick up the flare so it doesn't blind us. 2, 3. That's what we've got. So we need. We don't actually need any more. Cool. And then one wiring kit. 2 wiring kit. 3 wiring kit. Take the tank off and make that. Take out all of these and make... Oh, we can make 1 computer chip now. We've got some extra of that, which I don't think I need right now. We can make the rebreather. And then we'll just want to put all this stuff into here for now. Yeah, I don't want to make the other computer chip right now. Cool. My notes have been hidden. That's bad. Okay. Excuse me. Life pod 6. Lots of things to scan. And some more metal salvage to collect. 1. So I was going to grab 6, I believe. Don't need anything else, really. A couple of spare metal would have been nice, though, to deconstruct things. I need to scan Seamoth. There's 1. Is that 1 in here? No, it's just a weird artifact that I don't normally see. It's normally dark. Not normally dark. That's a bioreactor. That's a tiger plant, but we can just kind of dance around a little bit. That's fine. We need the upgrade console as well. There's a time capsule, which is kind of fun. So that's 2. That's 3. I should have got more oxygen on my way here. That's 4. So let's get some more oxygen. Then we'll go in and grab the upgrade console before I forget. I do have the... whatchamacallit on me. Med kit. Which I will possibly need at this point. You need you. Good. That's the upgrade console got. I have 4, 5. That's 6. Still need more fragments. Here's Seamoth, that's good. And then I just need 1 more bioreactor, which should be pretty easy to get elsewhere if I need to. Or I can kind of head over to the wreck that's over here, because I'm going to Life Pod 4 next, ideally. Maybe I don't get the lithium at this point. Maybe I do get it in Jelly Shroom Cave. Oh, come on, bioreactor. There's normally a ton of you around here. There you go. You're just playing hard to get. Cool, so that's all I needed at that point. So now I think I just want to go up for air, aim towards you, then I didn't build my second locker. Let's just go back to base. Rip. I was meant to build a second locker. And that's what the flare storage was meant to be for. Thankfully we're not too far from base, and Super Sea Glide is very quick. So it's not too much wasted time. It's just a bit frustrating. So that and those. I should have got those materials out while I was thinking of it. You know what? Let's just process. Since I'm here anyway, let's just process all of this. Because then I can set 2 ingots going as well. Do that again. And now I can definitely get the... Oh no, because I was supposed to heal and I didn't. So I can't do that. It's supposed to heal because I'm going into the radiation. That's in daytime again. That's kind of bad. I was hoping to be out of here before it was daytime again. Life pod 4 should be over here somewhere. Somewhere? There it is. Wasn't as far along as I thought. Come in here and grab the PDA. And that's one objective done. And then I'm getting the Cuttlefish Egg, which means I cannot grab anything else because I do not have remote storage. If I'd healed before I left, I could have kept remote storage. So that's, yeah. These are all things that you just learn for next time. And we might have time for a next time. Might be able to do a couple of runs at this. See how we go. Cuttlefish Egg. Cool. So that is the one thing that we should keep when we leave here. There it is. Let's get really turned around on there. It doesn't help that I just twist and turn far more than I'm supposed to. Okay, so... Originally I'd thought the normal mountain wreck. I'm not sure whether or not that or the backup would be better. I think the normal one's fine. We'll just come down here. So we should actually be on the lookout for like nuclear reactor fragments the whole way around here as well. It'd be really nice if cuttlefish eggs were like protected and you kept them on death. I don't know if they are, and I'm not about to risk it now. So there's a moon pool. That's a good start. So that's one. We only need 2 of them, but we do need 3 nuclear reactor. There's a second moon pool. Then we need 2 more reactor fragments. We can get them from like the jelly shroom cave if we need to. I'd rather not go out of my way for them. There's 2. Excellent. Everything we need for once. And then we can see if Eileen is hungry. Or a Warper. There's Eileen. You hungry? Yeah, good. That's nice. So we can get rid of that off the list. But also make the moon pool straight away. Ah, I need a second creepvine seed. Because the moon pool also uses a lubricant. Ah. Figuring things out. First cuttlefish egg has been deposited. I was also meant to scan trash cans, but I didn't note that down, and that's why I forgot. I'll get that on the way to the jelly shroom cave, I think, now. Okay. Just thinking at the moment. I think that's all good. So, now let's just place down the moon pool. Just get that out of the way, essentially. I was meant to do this again at this point, and now grab another bunch of salvage. So we have more loose metal and a few other things on the way south. So grab like 5 metal salvage if we can. You know, if we actually see any. This is 1. Then another one of those. So I might just grab 4 salvage. 2,
After weeks without human contact,
3,
experience
4. That will do. Is there a trash can here? There is. Good.
partly alleviated by adopting a pet.
So that's a good start. It means we can do the next objective, which is nice. I'm going to think that I've done really well because of my splits, but I've actually kind of need to mentally add like 2.5 minutes. But that's alright. We're not going to be breaking any records, I don't think. Now's where we find that we would have gotten everything we needed from here. Nope, we would have gotten nothing. Good. We just need you, filtration machine, and then the multi-purpose room. And I'll grab 2 lithium from here as well if I can. Because I think it's just the most convenient place to get it now.
New blueprint acquired. The conditions in which
Cool.
they support
That's
micro-
those.
possibly predator
Can we find some shale? That's diamond. We don't need diamonds. Diamonds. Ooh. Lithium. Good. That's 1. Gold. I don't need more of, I don't think. 1 more shale, please. This is why I don't like coming here for shale. There we go. See, if I'd been able to get the 2 loose lithium from the mountain, that would have been so much nicer than having to break shale there. Looks like I could have grabbed it on my way down to the wreck. Never mind. So now I want to head south. And we want to grab a ruby and a gel sack. Make sure we're going far enough to the west. I think we're constantly describing a little bit of an arc because I think I didn't go quite far enough that way to start with. Yeah, now we go down. Should have plenty of oxygen to make it down to the Legacy base and back. I'm always paranoid about whether or not I'm going the right way around here. There's a few different channels you can take. Gotta descend into the dark area. Here we go. So I'm looking for a gel sack and a ruby too if I can. There's a gel sack. Rubies I'll probably get on my way back up now, I imagine.
New blueprint acquired.
So, top entrance here. I've already got the alien containment, so the only things I need here are the orange tablet and the cuttlefish egg.
New blueprint
Cool.
acquired.
And theoretically I could go through to the cache and grab the cuttlefish egg from there now,
Unable to confirm whether it originated
but I don't think I'd have enough oxygen to get out again, and I need to go to the floating island, so I may as well do that now. So we're going to go up here and position ourselves around the back. Going to do a bit of the inventory here, so that's taking all this off. I could have picked up so much more stuff if I'd wanted to. Never mind. I'm going to wait until I run out of oxygen. Cool, take off those and then jump up here. A little bit higher than I needed to. Never mind. Jump, jump. And then jump on top of this, because then the crab's less likely to get me.
and the island's surface.
See, that resets the scan, and it's a very long scan. Cave crawlers are extremely annoying around here. That's why I come up here. He's going to do it again, isn't he? They are being especially annoying today. You can also jump up onto the far bit there as well if you really need to. This is usually safe enough, but just kind of... Oh, you... That was at 99% and he reset it. This is where coming here with a propulsion cannon is really nice, because then you can just yeet the damn things and just get rid of them. Okay, that time we got it.
Blueprint acquired.
Not appreciated, cave crawler. Not appreciated at all. Oh, I never marked off build a moon pool when we did that before we even left. I'm really bad at marking off objectives sometimes.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
So now we can get underneath 200 meters in order to drown much faster.
Passing
Put our tank back on. We can tick that off. Cool. And we don't have to travel 1600 meters back to our base, basically. That's a good kind of minute or more wasted just by cave crawlers. Oh dear. So we'll get everything out of the locker, first of all, because we're going to process most of it. We need to make one more ingot. Which we'll do now as well. Grab out all the rest of this stuff. There. Grab out these. Cool. And then we we do that and turn that into plastic. Cool. Now we go out here and we don't really have enough metal yet, do we? I really wanted to be able to make this flood, but I don't think I can yet. Not without grabbing a bunch more metal to turn into loose, to be able to also make the, you know what? We can deconstruct the trash cans after we've finished, and then we get that metal back. I didn't even think of that. For now, we don't even have Super Sea Glide anyway, so we can jump up here and start making trash cans. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Signs we just know natively anyway, which is nice. So we can go 1, excuse me. 2. That's weird, but I mean it's there. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not letting me place it on the wall behind them anymore. Maybe because it's broken? But I mean, it just says label them with signs. So we've got paper is last. I don't think the order matters, but metal. It turns out that we're flooding anyway for some reason. Plastics and glass. Cool, so that's that one done. And then I can deconstruct all of these. Oh, technically that was the trash can that I was putting it on, apparently. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Cool, well, now we have Super Sea Glides. That actually worked out well. I didn't even realize it. Did it start flooding after I made the second one and then I deconstructed it? No, it's 0.5. Is it because it must be because it's part of the same grid? That's kind of funny. There, and ideally I like to actually connect it up, but never mind. Let's grab out all of these. So we were making we're making the advanced wiring kit and the other computer chip. Right, and I think that's everything we need from those now. Let's just dump all those back in there again for now. Okay. Flare storage again, because we need a lot more metal salvage on our way out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't need to pick up much else. I need to pick up the Cuttlefish Eggs though, so I'm not going to chance my luck. We'll leave it at 6. I want to head about this way. I'm not sure the best bearing to go to get to the mushroom forest from the life pod, but this seems about right. Look for the big giant tree. It's becoming dark again, which is kind of concerning. It's going to be hard to find things in the dunes when it's dark. I could get the loose lithium from here instead of the jelly shroom cave. It's usually on the tree bits. Cool, so that's 4, no, 3. Don't get ahead of yourself, 3. Now I want to go to the dunes. Is it approximately this direction? I guess we'll go over here. We're likely to die by brine, so we don't need to worry about losing oxygen. Down we go. If we didn't need to go to the island, then we would have gone to the whatchamacallit earlier. That's the wrong one. Please don't eat me. Is it this one over here? Yes, this one. So we went too far left. We'd have gone to the lab cache directly after the Legacy. If it wasn't for needing to go to the floating island. It's got a decent amount of oxygen still. Should be enough to get us there. I mean, 90 seconds is quite a long time, let's be honest. Though not if you get lost. So, you know, maybe we just... Oh, we're so far down though. Let's back ourselves. YOLO! This looks like a blood-kelp trench. We've got to find where the wreck is, though. I'm lost. Ah, here's the wreck. Down. Down from the wreck. There we go, cool. Then down here to the lab cache. Cool. We found it in the end. Theoretically have swapped our stuff anyway, because we only need to keep the one last cuttlefish egg. Everything else is remote storage anyway. But just to make sure, we do that, and we do that, and we do that, and we die in here. You know, theoretically we should have taken a little bit more damage. That's all 5 cuttlefish eggs anyway, by the way. So now I just need to make a ton of stuff. Yeah, so we're just over 30 minutes now, based on the extra bit on our timer that we know we need to take into account. That's fine, it's pretty much just crafting things now. So grab these back out again, put those back in again, grab out all of these, pretty much. I think we might have a bit too much metal, to be honest. What else do we need from here? Yeah, I think we've got way too much. Let's just... Oops, I need that. Let's dump a bunch of that back in there. Ah, and grab out the stuff that I do need. Cool. So, what do we have? Currently we have nothing. So, interior pieces. First things first, upgrade console. That goes in the moon ball. So that's one. I needed to stick a thing off the end there, otherwise you can't make a bulkhead. So I usually try and back it off my base. So, where were we? 1, bioreactor is 2. Ladder is 3. We're going up. Oh, this one we actually have to use. Nuclear reactor is 4. Alien containment is 5. Bulk here we don't have enough metal for. That's really annoying because we're all the way around here. The farthest from everything else. So we should have done remote storage just to be able to get more metal out of our container, but that's out of our locker. That's fine. Come back in here. We have got a spare thing as well, so we can actually now just make a hatch on the end. Except we can't because we've got a partially created thing inside it. That's right. That's how that works. We can put it here instead. That's fine. Bit of a meal to finish this, but never mind. Bulkheads. And the filtration, which we stick inside of the containment. Done. It says 3048, but we know that it's actually like 33, but that's fine. For a first attempt off the back of just some rough planning, that's pretty good. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That is Bingo. That's Bingo Brainstorming and first execution. And we'll probably do this again shortly, and there'll be a separate video which will have my finished run. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.